Yo, what's up, Chris? How's it going, man?
Hey.
What are we up to today?
We're hiking up to the peak of Whistler Mountain.
Do you think it's actually filled in that we can snowboard down from the peak?
I'm praying to the sweet Lord it has.
Yeah, guys, so we're doing our first hike to the very peak of Whistler. It's actually snowed enough here in the Alpine that it's safe to ride down. So it should be a great day. We've got a bit of a storm rolling in, so let's get hiking and find some good snow.
Guys, I'm sure you'll be glad to know I got my brain bucket today.
Nice.
Yeah.
Safety boy.
Yeah. Board's been freshly waxed. It was so sticky the last day that we went up, so it was a must.
It was due for a wax. Nice, man. One of the ongoing struggles when doing these hikes is balancing the hot and cold. We've probably stopped like 3 times now to take layers off, put layers on, unzip vents, zip back up vents, and also the snow conditions are continuing to change as well. Right now we're pretty socked in, but hopefully the sky's clear when we get up top. All right, guys, so this is the route to Whistler Peak. To be honest, it's not looking that great. The cloud cover is rolled in, but I think we can kind of proceed with caution. And then the worst case scenario is that we just have to ride out the same way that we hiked in. So just down this groomed cat run. But let's give it a shot. Chris, do you think we're gonna be able to find our way down?
Yeah, I think we're just gonna be safe picking our lines coming down the front facing slopes. Yeah, back towards the lifts.
We'll just have to watch out for Avi debris. There could be some chunks in there.
Yeah, talking to the ski patrol, they said some heavy debris around and a few little rocks sticking out from under the snow.
We'll keep an eye out. So we've made it up here to the top of Whistler Peak. As you guys can see, there's not a lot going on. That's the peak chair there. That's normally how you get up here instead of hiking. We've actually had some patches of blue sky coming over our heads, so hopefully that opens up for when we drop in. Be safe, take your time, no rushing. So guys, one thing we gotta look out for in this first run down peak is for these big avalanche chunks. Good, Chris? Let's do it! Chris, that wax job is coming through. You're freaking flying past me there.
Yeah, because you know, like coming through there, it's so undulating terrain, you're never sure how much speed you're gonna need. I was flying through. Yeah, it's cool that it's like a little mini roller coaster coming through.
My board's definitely due for another wax.
4 days, 5 days?
Yeah, I'm 3 or 4 days in, so I'm due for another one.
That's what I'm talking about.
Just to give you guys a little reference of the hike we did today, right here, that is the roundhouse. So that's where we got dropped off by the gondola this morning. Then we hiked up and behind that ridge, continued on. You can't see it, but there's a ridge past there, all the way up and to the top there, the peak of Whistler. So that's where the peak chair is. Normally the peak chair is running, but it's a bit too early for that. Then we came down through Whistler Bowl here, then did another little hike, and now here we are.
Ta-da!
And the plan, we actually were eyeing up this run. It's kind of just over this ridge here, but it takes us back down to the peak chair, which is kind of hard to see, but it's just past this crop of trees right here, the bottom of peak chair. Cool guys, so we just got down the mountain. I think overall, the hike to the peak of Whistler and the ride down was a success. I just wanted to share with you guys what I bring in my backpack that actually kind of saved the day today. So first of all, I brought up a water bottle. The water bottle was crucial. Definitely got thirsty after that hike. Just in past the water bottle, we got the snowboard tool, which Chris actually used to tighten up his board right when we got to the top of the Whistler Bowl there. So without the tool, it would have been a much more difficult ride down. I also brought up about 6 GoPro batteries, and this is the last one that I'm filming with right now. So having a lot of GoPro batteries, wouldn't have had the footage without these extra batteries. Nice little wrapper. I actually had 2 of these guys. 2 bars, Bobo bars. So having an energy bar like this, it's like light to carry, and I was getting pretty hungry. I don't know about you guys, but when I get too hungry, I get hangry. So having those bars really kept the day, you know, rolling smooth. Also, the weather was changing quite a bit, and I did change out the lens on my goggles. So I did bring up a spare pair of goggle lenses. They're in here somewhere. Oh, wrong pocket. Back into the main pocket. This was huge. I brought my mid layer. So this is my Burton, I think it's called like the Evergreen mid layer, but on the hike, I was super warm. And then when we started riding down, you could definitely feel the temperature dropping. And so I threw the mid layer on, and it was my 4th layer, and I was really happy to have it. So definitely pick up a mid layer if you're gonna do any hikes. Also brought, for safety wise, I had my probe, avalanche shovel, and Chris and we also had our beacons on today, so that was all good for AV safety. And it was relatively safe out there. I wasn't worried about AV risk, but it's always good to have that stuff just in case. And this, I think, was the most important piece. Let me put some of this stuff down. A spare lens. So this is the sunny day lens. This is the lens I started out the day with, but I was able to just easily pop out the low light lens and throw it in there for the ride down. So it's always good to bring a backpack, throw some stuff in it. Even if you're not doing a crazy hike, you can always just put your backpack off to the side somewhere, and it's nice to be able to throw an extra layer on, change a lens, or just to get a drink or have a snack. Oh, one more thing, the backpack that I brought is my Dakine Heli Pro 24 liter. So I think that's a pretty good size. And this is like my 4th Dakine backpack. Chris, man, that was a sweet hike.
That was more intense than I was expecting.
It was challenging, yeah, for sure. But I think in the end, it all paid off. What do you think of that ride out?
Just the whole ride down?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was great. I was like, we're out there. There's nobody else around.
Yep.
And then until we came over that last pitch, it just felt like we were in the middle of nowhere.
I think that was a true adventure. It was like manageable, but I wouldn't want it to be any more difficult at that. Not yet.
Yeah, that was good risk management, I think, for sure.
Oh, thank you.
We don't want to do anything more than that. And even, yeah, like picking the lines from like one face to the other, they're always changing. And so we were going through and like, oh, let's try this way. Nope. Okay, let's go this way. And
yeah,
look before you leap.
Exactly. Yeah, good day, man. So guys, I'll put a link to Chris's channel at the end here. Also, if you haven't yet, subscribe here at Snowboard Pro Camp. And if you guys have any questions about what to bring up the mountain for doing hikes, leave them down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one soon.
Shabadoo.